Hey guys, what's up? This is Eric from Tower Reviews, and today we're going to be doing an in-depth review of the iPhone 5S. So here I have the iPhone 5S. I'm going to be first going over the new features of the device. So the first thing I'm going to go over is the Touch ID fingerprint sensor on the front. So just aesthetically you can see that it looks a little bit different than the iPhone 5 with the metal ring around it that helps sense the fingerprint, as well as the absence of the square that has been on every other device with a touchscreen. So that's going to make it look a little bit different and differentiate it from the other devices in Apple's lineup. The setup for this is fairly simple. It runs you through a few different steps, so it can get your straight-on thumb and then or whatever finger you choose to use, and then the edges of the finger that you choose to use, because it wants to be able to recognize your thumb no matter how you put it on. So if you put it on this way, it's going to recognize it. If you put it on upside down, if you put it on just the side of it. We're going to show you a quick clip of what the setup looks like. But as for the usability of this, I was a little bit skeptical when it came out. I thought it was more of a gimmick than anything. But after 3 weeks of consistent use, it's been wonderful. It's been quicker, easier than typing in a passcode, and it's become just a force of habit. So whenever I get a text, I just go like this, put my finger on, boom, it opens up, and every single time it works. It never fails. And on the other side, on the other hand, it doesn't work with anybody else's finger. It's really good at recognizing just the finger that you assign to it, and obviously you can assign several fingers to it if you want to have several people allow them access to your phone, or you want to use your middle finger and your pinky to get into your phone. You can do whatever you want. So it adds some customizability in that aspect. So we're going to move on to the camera, which was improved for the 5S. It still is an 8 megapixel camera, but it has larger pixels, so it takes a lot better pictures. I'm going to throw in a few pictures just to show you guys what it is capable of doing. It's incredible how good the colors look, how true they look, how clear the picture is throughout the whole entire frame, not blurry on the left and clear on the right. So whatever technology that Apple has implemented, plus the technology of their software in iOS 7, it really turns out with some really good pictures. And obviously we have the new flash on the back. It has an ambient flash and then a white, like a normal white flash LED, and they mix together to make the optimum lighting for low light situations. So that works very well, of course, as well. And the slow motion video is incredible. Another thing that I thought was going to be extremely gimmicky and I wasn't really ever going to use, it's been really good. It maintains its clarity, it is fluid, and it's a cool feature to have to slow down some things that you can record. So that's the back camera. The FaceTime camera on the front, I just want to touch on the fact that it hasn't changed much, but it does have a little bit better of technology on the iPhone 5S and the 5C, and it just has kind of reduced some of that graininess that you see in the iPhone 5, and it just lets a little bit more light in. So in low light situations, it reacts and it performs a little bit better. One thing that I want to touch on is the color of the device. I know it's kind of seems irrelevant for people that are tech savvy and nerds, but for other people that are watching this video that may just be everyday users, they really are interested in the color. This black color, I have the space gray. I think it's really stylish. It looks really good. It looks, in my opinion, better than the iPhone 5, which is just slate black all across on the front and the back on the sides. It adds some nice texture and tone. So that is the color. I'm not going to speak on the other colors because I haven't experienced them firsthand, other than maybe in the Apple Store. But the space gray is a really nice and attractive color for a phone. I'm going to move on to the last of the new features, the new A7 chip. It's a 64-bit processor. It has desktop architecture, so obviously those are all a bunch of big words, but it runs faster. That's exactly what it does. It's coupled with the M7 motion coprocessor, which just makes everything, it's just really cohesive. It makes everything run well. Obviously iOS 7 is a little bit glitchy, we all know that, but as iOS 7 gets better and they work out all the kinks, it's going to be a seamless phone. And it already is really good. So Apple's done a great job with that. The benchmarks on the phone, if that interests you, beats every other phone out there. So it's a dual-core processor beating quad-core Snapdragon processors in the S4 and other phones that are gunning up for the iPhone 5S. So it's a really quick phone, and obviously to piggyback off of that, it's only a dual-core processor, so it doesn't have to have a huge battery, and the battery life, Apple said it's going to be at least consistent with the iPhone 5. I found that it's even better. That could just be because of the fact that I've used my iPhone 5 heavily, and the battery could have lost a little bit of life over the year that I used it. But that being said, I'm a heavy iPhone user, and the battery's going to get you through the day. Okay, it's going to get you from that 7:30 wake up call to that 11 o'clock Facebook check right before you fall asleep. So the battery has been really, really good. I'm really impressed with what Apple's done with the battery. So to sum it all up, overall performance, it's an iPhone 5 with a lot more under the hood and a few cool features. I'm not going to play it up any more than that. It's really what the S is normally on any type of upgrade with Apple. But they did do a really good job in executing that speed increase, and the features that they added are very helpful and very good. So that's it. That's all I got on the iPhone 5S. If you guys like the review, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, do all that jazz, and let me know what you think about the phone in the comments below. Thanks for watching.